Rumble, rumble, crash. Rumble, rumble. Welcome. It's Clash.
My right hand's on a dog.
The Sibling Rivalry Podcast, in-house, in frame, over here. In frame, together.
Can we get Kuma in the frame? Hold on.
She's not going to cooperate. She never does. That's why she's never on camera willingly. Look.
You see her?
Look. She's never cooperating.
She's kind of dead bodying me.
You're going to see the door move probably behind us.
She's a little heavy.
But welcome to Clash with no soundboard.
What's up?
I'm the human soundboard for this week's episode. I am your host, Knighthood, one of two. As always, two of two is...
Tis.
Welcome. We're going to be hands because we're going to smack each other a lot.
It's a little
we're next to each
impromptu, yeah. I don't really have a setup for this, as you can see.
I don't have a desk. So that's why I'm here, guys.
Yeah.
So welcome. Welcome to Sibling Rivalry Clash. You can email us at siblingrivalryclash@gmail.com and literally tell me right now, go back home to your own desk. We don't want to see you guys this close together. I get that. You can also tweet that at sibling or at srclash_pod. See, I'm already thrown off. I'm out of my element here. I'm lost.
Odd.
It's fine.
I keep looking over here. I keep forgetting that I should be looking over here.
But yeah, welcome to the first episode without the true Thunder Clash. I hope it will go well. I'm just gonna pose a question right here at the top. I'm very curious. What did you guys think of Dad Chat? I felt that Endeavor Dad Chat was very, very aggressive, and I'm very curious if it sat how it sat with other people with their dads.
I'm still trying to get the clips up too. Like, it's a lot to dissect in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's coming though.
When y'all get to the clips, let us know. You know, whenever you get there, let us know what you think. I'm very curious.
I'm
that was
wild on the titles.
That was a very heated debate for me. I thought it was very interesting.
Yeah. I knew it was gonna be too.
But yeah, so I've been moving. So this is some chaos, but we'll be back to probably our normal setup by next week. But I like visiting this space. I can touch the One Piece poster that's always there.
The flag, my Jolly Roger.
Yeah. Everything I can touch. Things.
You know.
I'm in the camera, you guys.
It's a set. It's all a set, guys. This is a green screen. You know, I'm actually in like my mom's basement.
But no, so
she doesn't have walls in her basement either.
I can say straight up on the top, I've done nothing this week but move. I literally left you guys in the podcast last week and started packing, and now I'm unpacking. So I'm gonna let Tiz take it straight away. What did you do this week, Tiz?
So I did. I finished one of the games I was playing a little while ago. The Final Fantasy game that was Crisis Core. It's so weird. Hold on, because it's so weird to like look at the camera. I'm gonna act like I'm talking.
You're just gonna talk directly to me?
Yeah,
okay, that's fine. Because I was like,
this is like I don't
tough.
know why I'm looking.
I get
at the
it.
camera. This is a weird. I need a table. I should have put the table in the middle, but it's whatever. But I finished Crisis Core, the Final Fantasy game.
Okay.
And I don't know if you remember me telling you, but this was a remake of a PS.
How many
game.
hours would you estimate, by the way, since you finished?
All right, so just for context, like in most of the Final Fantasy games, I like do a lot of side stuff.
Okay.
So like and this game has like the way the missions are set up. It's like a menu because like it's a PSP like hop in a match when you're on the train or whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
So like the missions are just. All right, so it cut off there for a second, but y'all not gonna notice it. But basically, I was saying all that to say the game was about. It took me like 30 hours, but if you rush through it, it'll probably take you like 15 max.
Okay. Compared to Final Fantasy VII, because I still haven't played that yet. How many hours is that?
The remake?
Yeah.
The remake is probably 25. It's not crazy.
Okay.
It's not too crazy.
Okay. So it's about that same length then.
Yeah, because I want to say the original FF7 was something like, 50 hours or something? I might be wrong. I didn't play it, but I feel like I heard something like a big number like that.
Oh, okay.
Because it's one of those older JRPGs. But then aside from that, I played this other game. I think we talked about it in the news the last episode, but Hi-Fi Rush, the Xbox exclusive game, that's on Game Pass. So I'm the first thing I want to say is I'm playing it on streaming on xCloud.
Oh, okay.
And because it's a rhythm game, they have these little mini games where like you got to hit these generators and there's a beat going in the background, but you got to time the button presses like at a very specific point. It's like a circle that's closing.
Right.
and you got to time it at a very specific point. And because it's streaming, it like drops inputs a lot. So I was stuck. I swear to you, I'm stuck on one of these mini games for like 2 hours. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but a long time, like longer than I should have been. I say that's not to take away from the game though. It's just I say that to say you probably shouldn't play this on streaming unless you just are like stubborn like I am.
Well, I was gonna say it did give me the option to install when I went to X Pass. So. Yeah,
I would recommend that because it's probably much smoother. But overall, I really like this game a lot. Like it, to me, it feels like the rhythm based action thing is pretty unique to me. Like I haven't really seen that before. I don't think. Mm-hmm. But it works out pretty well, and like it's very engaging, like the combat and stuff and the movement. And the game itself, like the structure, it kind of feels like this might sound bad, but it's not a bad thing. It sounds like it kind of feels like a PS2 like mascot platformer type level design and a modernized like art style and you know visual and smoothness and fluidity and stuff like that. So I don't know. It's just got this like nostalgia to it. Like I felt like I was playing the old Ratchet and Clank games, or like Jak and Daxter. Like,
okay, because somebody did recommend it to me already. So
it's really fun. I definitely think you should try it. Because you like rhythm games, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Beat Saber. You're always talking about Beat Saber.
Yeah, I'm gonna get there. Everybody keeps stopping me. I'm gonna get there.
From buying the VR itself.
Yeah. Everybody's like, don't buy that one. Buy this one.
You just got it in your basket.
No.
You got them all in your
No, not at all. I haven't even like gotten that far. I just go, look. Like I showed you the last one. I'm like, look, it's Resident Evil and Beat Saber. And you're just like, no.
This is for me.
Don't buy it. And so I didn't.
It's not that I don't think you should buy it. I just am not I'm not sold on VR yet. Like it's cool to go over somebody's house and play Beat Saber, but like how often am I gonna buy that for myself? Beat Saber?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
What if it's the best thing ever? What if it's the next Monster Hunter and I spend 300 hours in it?
At what point when you first got the Wii did you go from I can do this now because we're on video, like bowling and stuff and playing tennis.
Just headless.
To then sitting down playing like this.
Oh, I never, like, I would say for Nintendo Sports, I probably always stood up.
Always?
Yeah. Everything else, because that bowling, that got serious.
How'd you play Zelda?
Oh, I sat down to play Zelda.
Okay.
No, but like bowling, you got to take that seriously. You got to get that full... You get to get the full arm back.
The range of motion, yeah. The range of motion was important.
So, yeah, for
tennis,
for sports,
I'm sitting down.
And then probably for Mario and Sonic at the Olympics.
Okay. Did I even play that? Oh, no, I played that. I remember that.
Yeah.
So, I feel like I
need
sat
an
down,
adequate movement.
Okay, so maybe you're not as jaded by motion controls as I am.
Now I can say that I haven't gotten up and like started swinging the Joy-Cons for Mario Tennis. I'm very lazy about Mario Tennis.
I don't do that. I play with just the buttons.
It's really hard though if you actually try to play with the swing.
I feel like if you're playing somebody like that, y'all both have to be playing like that. Because I feel like the buttons dude is just going to have the advantage. Like, y'all got to both be standing up in front of the TV like and going back and forth.
I can't wait for the sports. Nintendo Sports.
Yeah.
I want to call it Wii Sports, and that's
Switch
not
Sports.
what it is.
Let's call it
and
Switch
it's not
Sports.
Switch Sports either.
I don't know what it's actually called.
I think it's Nintendo Sports.
Like it's the final game ever. They're just going to add on sports to it.
I forget.
DLC. But anyway, yeah, crazy tangent. But Hi-Fi Rush, play it. It's Xbox's best game ever in a long time. No, I'm just kidding.
You have to stop.
I just love getting on Xbox because I don't know. I was an Xbox 360 player, but like
Remedy hasn't made an exclusive for them. I don't think. Since.
Alan Wake 2.
That's not gonna be exclusive though, is it?
It's not gonna be on PlayStation.
Oh, okay.
I could be wrong about that. I don't think it's gonna be on PlayStation.
Oh, I just thought with the remake being on PS5 now that they would probably release it to both.
Yeah,
that's
I could see that.
It's just a guess. Though.
I could definitely see that. I could see that. Because they probably have the money.
I thought Remedy games had always been Xbox exclusives.
I thought they were owned by Xbox, but I could be. Like I said, it's been a minute since I've had an Xbox. You were telling. What'd you say the other day? Something about it felt like I kicked yours or something.
Wait, what?
I said something about Xbox.
Oh, I said that. You said it's like the best game. You said Hi-Fi Rush is like the best game for Xbox in forever. And I was just like, you basically just like took a bat to my Xbox for no reason. It was just chilling, and you were like, "Bonk."
Your Xbox. You use your Xbox as a VCR, as a stream.
That's not true. I play
What'd
games.
You play on
I only play games on the Xbox. I don't stream anything on it.
Is that where you play Game Pass?
That's where I play Game Pass most of the time. Yeah,
got you. That makes sense.
And I have Left 4 Dead. I have The Witcher on Xbox. Yeah,
okay.
That I haven't played yet, and I still said I said I'm gonna play it on there because two people bought me that. On
different platforms?
No,
the same on
Xbox. Two people bought me The Witcher 3 on Xbox, and I'm like, I'm gonna play it on this damn Xbox whenever I get to it.
You have to at that point.
So, because I didn't buy the Switch remake, any of that. So
yeah, I probably wouldn't play it on Switch. But yeah, no offense to y'all Xboxies, Xbox goons.
Our brother would be still on there. Every time I log in, he's still logged in.
Yeah, it's got his heart. Xbox has his heart forever. But yeah, and then the last thing real quick that I'll touch on is I watched Wakanda Forever. Wakanda Forever.
Oh my god.
Because it's on
Black propaganda.
Huh?
Black propaganda.
It's fire. It's on Disney Plus. They just put on Disney.
Nah, because I'm past y'all. I'm gonna say it right now. I'm gonna interrupt you. I'm past Wakanda. I'm into
sad.
No, I'm into the next. What did they call it? I'm into the next dynasty. I know you seen that trailer.
What's it called?
Quantum Mania, baby.
Stop. Oh my god.
I'm into Ant-Man. Let's go.
Universe.
Let's go.
Jesus Christ. No, I do think Quantum Mania is going to be good.
But no. Tell us about Wakanda Forever.
It's, they show respect to my boy.
Well, was it that his family was... Did they consult with his family on this or something? Or...
I actually hadn't heard that. I would believe it if they did.
Okay. I thought I had heard something like extra involvement.
It was very like, it felt like a lot of it like a, I don't know, is a dedication the right word? Like a tribute, to Chadwick Boseman.
In honor of.
Yeah, so I thought that was really dope about it. And it just had a lot of the Marvel magic, I guess.
How was it as a film? Was the villain believable? Was
the villain way better.
Setup interesting?
The villain, I'm glad you mentioned villain because I love villains. The villains make it for me. The villain in this was way better than Michael B. Jordan's character.
Because I'm like, just to set it straight out, I have to we have to talk about Marvel movies as films now because we know what the package is. We know what we're gonna get, kind of like.
Yeah, for sure.
In general.
Absolutely.
So I'm like, how was it if you had to base it objectively outside of the Marvel universe, how would you rate it as a film?
So I'll start with first, I only really now at this point, I don't watch every Marvel movie.
No, me neither.
I only watch the ones that I would think that would hold up with the ones that are the best for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like Endgame and stuff like that, like Iron Man, I really like Thor Ragnarok. I got that kind of high. Like Winter Soldier, but
Winter Soldier will always be strong.
Yeah, for sure. But this one I thought was like you said, it follows the formula still. So nothing really is gonna happen that you don't expect to happen. Mm-hmm. But I think it's really well put together, and the ride is fun. And it does a good job of feeling. I feel like when I watch this movie, and even sometimes when I watch the first one, I felt like I'm in a different section of Marvel. Almost.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like I'm not thinking about the Avengers when I'm in this movie. Right. You know what I mean? I'm thinking about. Sorry, I'm looking at the dog, but I'm thinking about what's going on in this conflict, right here in front of us. So I thought it did a good job from that perspective. I really like how hip this movie is. I don't know, it just feels like.
Don't say that. Short? She's sniffing.
She's sniffing so hard.
Dogs make Tiz nervous.
Yeah.
I'm just used to her dog noises.
That's why I don't have one yet. But what was I saying? Oh, it's very hip and modern feeling. They have stuff that people say nowadays, and it doesn't sound forced.
Oh no.
Sometimes it does sound forced, but I feel like it's supposed to when it does. Like they're kind of being corny on purpose when they are. But the action and stuff was really cool. The thing about the villain Namor, he's like a, what can I say without spoiling it?
It's like an Aquaman. He looks like an Aquaman in the trailer.
Pretty much, yeah. That's the basis of what he is. He's this dude who was born underwater, and he can not only like be like a fish, he can also like fly in the sky, because he has these wings on his ankles, and he's like super strength and stuff like that.
Whose villain was Manta? Do you remember?
Yeah, Manta was
Is that Aquaman?
It was right there.
Is
yeah,
Aquaman?
Yeah,
Okay.
Black Manta. Yeah.
It's okay. So
that's Aquaman.
Because I was like, wait, do we have two like water-based villains for Black Panther?
Black Manta was goofy to me. That was a goofy villain.
It's a goofy outfit.
That's super good. He looked like an alien more than anything. But yeah, this dude, he's kind of got like a different approach where he's not really evil. He's just kind of selfish.
I was like, is that a different approach after Thanos?
No, it's very different than Thanos. He's not like deranged either. He's kind of just normal.
You thought Thanos was deranged?
Not deranged. That's not the word, but like you can't just be like,
because to me it sounds like you're actually referring to a more traditional villain, which is like, I'm just doing things for selfish purposes on my own.
But here's the thing, I'm trying to say it without spoiling it, but it's like, yeah, he's selfish, but it's in a way where you would be like, oh, a person should be selfish in this situation. You know what I mean? Like, it makes sense. He just got kind of the wrong side of the coin here.
Right.
Unfortunately, Wakanda happened to be the stars of the movie. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That type of thing. But yeah, I it's a long movie too. It's like 3 hours. It felt like, or like close to 3 hours. I don't know why it's so long, but I was two screening a little bit. But I would literally stop when it would get good though, and I would actually watch. But it was solid. It was good. I wasn't upset with it. I'm not mad I waited either.
We need like a video camera tracking your eyes. It's like, how many times did you take your eyes off the screen?
I rewinded a bunch. I really did. I rewinded a bunch. I had to. Because it was like I would miss something. I'm like, wait, hold up. I gotta. Oops. What'd she say? Yeah. But yeah, that's. I would recommend it if you had any like thought about watching it when it was previewing and all that stuff. But yeah, that's kind of my week.
Well, the only thing I will add, I did finish Primal. I finished Primal yesterday. 2? Yes.
It's 2 seasons.
Yeah. Yes. And I heavily recommend that you watch that.
It's on my list, I promise.
It is quite a perfect cartoon in those 2 seasons. I felt like, oh man, the ending, like, I actually had to rewind. I got to the end of season 2 and I actually had to like rewind and be like, is that the end? Because it feels like it could end at the end of the second season. But it definitely gave you a feeling of like, yeah. And I like that. So I'm like, it
told a story. Like,
yeah, it definitely told a story, and it was pretty perfect. That's all I can say. Like, I was really, pretty much every episode had something pretty captivating in it. The acting, the voice acting, the animation is all well done. Okay. From the first season. So I just
when you say the voice acting, you mean like grunts and stuff?
Well, yeah, the grunts and
I'm like, did they start talking?
Because it's like, there's some ancient cultures, so those people talk to each other. Our character just doesn't talk.
Okay.
And the dinosaur, of course, doesn't talk. But yeah, those when he runs into other civilizations, those people are talking, but they don't subtitle it to a point that you can understand. So you'd have to just go off of how they're reacting.
Oh, really?
Because you'll hear like the one character from season 1 that carries like over. Her name's like Mira, right? Yeah. So when she runs into people that know her, and you just hear them go, "Mira, abatala, abatala," and like you don't know what they're saying, but you know that they're recognizing her, English. And she recognizes them. So it's that kind of thing. Okay. Where you're just like, it's like Simlish. You're just like, okay, whatever.
That's cool.
So yeah, that's all I can really add for this week, is that I would definitely get on that if you haven't seen that yet.
I'm gonna bump it up on the list.
No, Severance still comes first.
First?
Severance still comes first.
Like number one.
Primal's
first.
pretty perfect, but Severance still comes first.
Like number
yes,
one.
because I need your thoughts on.
All right.
Because I think we both have a very similar attitude towards work. So that's why, or towards our jobs. Yeah. So that's why I should say, that's why I need you to watch it. Because I'm like, it is living in my brain space. Okay. In a way that I'm like, I need to talk to someone about this. Did you
just finish it?
No, I just.
Or go back to
I rewatched it while I was moving because I'm like, it's got nice vibes, it's chill, nice background vibes.
Like crazy.
Yeah, and so it ended up like being more of a distraction than background noise because I'm just like, oh, I'm staring at different parts and I'm like, oh. Yeah. And like watching it actually the second time, it's like you do kind of catch things you didn't catch the first time. So. Okay. Yeah. But
it's like you said, it's not a comedy, right? Or it is a comedy. It's
a drama primarily, but there are funny aspects of it because the main premise is that you split your work consciousness from your home. So there's
shoot, I try to do that if I can.
And that's why I had the same feeling. But that's why I say watch the show because you may feel differently after. You may feel differently after.
Now I'm scared.
Yeah, it freaks. That's why, like, bro, I can't. Like, on one hand, I'm like, Severance is the best idea ever invented, and then on the other hand, I'm like, this is absolutely terrifying. This like, if this were a thing that you could have the option, because it's supposedly non-reversible. So once you do the procedure, you can't reverse it.
Oh, it's a procedure.
Yeah, they put like a chip in your brain.
Okay, yeah. Got you. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be possible one day.
I'm just saying, like, check it out. All right. I just really want to know your thoughts.
All right. I'm gonna do it. Do it. That's gonna be my next homework assignment.
All right, you ready? I guess. Do we not have any news?
So there was only one. I thought My Hero would take a while today. Mm-hmm. So I didn't go like deep dive.
Oh, you're gonna be talking about My Hero by yourself.
Oh, you didn't watch it?
I didn't get time to watch it.
I won't go crazy on it. Okay. But I have something in mind. So for the news,
I'm like, we can just pause and go watch and come back and finish recording. If it's that serious,
It was gonna be a long one. Okay. But it does, like, it can...
Well, do we need to stop right now? Go watch it? Do I need to go watch it?
Nah, I mean, it can wait.
I can watch it on 1.5.
It can wait. It's on 1.5. Watching sub on 1.5
Bro,
I had
to watch a video. I went to watch 2 videos for work at, like, 1.75 times speed this week. Because I was like...
You were late?
Gotta get through it before the meeting.
That's funny. Yo. But no, so... Do you care? How much do you care about
that? Oh, no, we can fully talk about it because if nothing else, I'm going to literally leave here and try and go watch it.
Yeah, for sure. So, I won't spoil, though. Cause
I just haven't had a real television, and I like watching My Hero on a real television.
Yeah, I feel that. But just real quick on the news, how much do you... We could talk about the Netflix... They announced what they're doing.
I did see that. First, very briefly, I want to mention, because this is something that has weirdly been carrying on in the background that I've not been bringing up every week. What? But do you remember back when I brought up the Nintendo Lego, or not Nintendo, but the Zelda Lego thing, and like Lego was like trying to distance itself from Zelda and like not have the Zelda like competitions and stuff. So there's like been pretty much... I'd say every week since then, there's been an article about Lego and Zelda. And it's like most recently this week, it's like they've literally found like Zelda Lego prototypes in like metadata that exists. Like they're planning to do something. And I guess people are wondering why why they're like trying to shut unofficial stuff down. But yeah, they were like, it's like, but I just think it's funny because they're like, no Zelda from Lego, but it's like, it's all over the place. People are finding it all over the place.
That's so weird.
I think it's very strange.
I think they probably are, like, that would be a Nintendo move to, if they're about to do something to block everybody else out. I feel like that's like, that's like definitely what they would do. Yeah. But that would be, that would be cool.
I just think it's funny that it's like it's still going on. I didn't even think it was that big of a story, but it's like every time I scroll through my Google News, I'm like seeing some article about it.
It's like an update.
Yeah, I guess because I'm like, I guess because I looked at it once, I keep getting more.
I imagine that would sell a lot, right? Like, I feel like Nintendo.
If they're doing Mario Lego stuff, then why not?
Yeah.
So
that's true. There hasn't been a Mario Lego movie, right? No. Okay.
No.
But no, yeah, there's been the Marvel Lego stuff.
There's been DC
Lego stuff. Yeah. Okay. Huh. Lego's trying to take over a little bit too. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, they pretty much have had a monopoly on plastic building blocks for a very long time. Yeah. Duplo is not coming for their crown.
Duplo.
Shout out to Duplo.
Duplo?
That's a little low budget.
I was about to say, they sound bankrupt.
Duplo.
They sound out like they went out of business already. It's crazy.
But yeah, so about Netflix and trying to prevent you from enjoying your media.
Oh, so basically, like, I don't have the article up in front of me, but what I read was basically they're gonna implement this system where you have a home set up in, like, to your account, tied to your account, a home location, I guess is based on your IP address. Mm-hmm. And in order, like, to enforce the no password sharing thing, you're gonna have to check in sub accounts to the home location, like, every 30 days or something like that. Mm-hmm. Which, I mean...
So did you read the part where it's like they introduced this in like Chile and Peru and a couple other places in South America? Yeah. And then, but a bunch of people read that article and then wigged out in America. Yeah. So then they were like They were like,
oh, they started backtracking already.
Yeah. I pulled up an article this morning where it was like Netflix is like backtracking on their release statement because of what people were responding to.
Because they also announced, like, in the same week, I think, they announced they're adding features to the highest tier plan, but they're, like, small features. It's not like, oh, unlimited screens now or whatever. It's, like, I forget it was something small, though. And people were like, the audacity of you to announce this for the highest.
They have to know that if they do that, like,
they're gonna
lose
stop.
people.
Yeah, people are just gonna stop.
I like how HBO's not saying anything.
Yeah, they're just...
And then it's like, we know people are mad sharing passwords over there.
Oh yeah, but they don't care. They're bundling their stuff with AT&T internet with service providers. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, they're chilling. True. Like, I think they probably just make so much money from, I don't know, ratings or views or whatever. I don't know what they make money off of, but I feel like their shows and stuff probably do really well. Whereas Netflix, I hear a lot of times that a lot of their shows review poorly and like
there's a lot of trash on Netflix that people forget that they have like critically acclaimed stuff, but then there's a lot of trash in like Iceberg
because there's constantly stuff coming out.
There's this much great stuff and then under the surface it's just garbage.
Just a pile of trash.
It's just floating on a pile of garbage. So.
But so I'm glad to hear that they're backtracking though, because it's not cool.
No, it's just not gonna work the way they want it to work. They're experimenting right now, and they're I think. Oh, and I'm only saying this because I work in a tech company that acts like this. I really feel like they're doing that thing where they're putting some heat probably on their teams to like figure something out, but they don't know. They don't actually know what they're gonna do. Yeah, they're like, let's just see what we can try and make work.
Throw stuff at the wall.
Yeah, 100%.
That's so not good. I feel like
it's like that thing because I watched a video where they were like, somebody was like, Walmart was gonna. Were they gonna stop self-checkout or something because they lose like $3 billion
on what
a year in theft?
Be stealing,
right? But then the guy's like, when you go to their website, he's like, their revenue $153 billion.
Oh yeah, of course.
He's like, they're not gonna shut it down. Doesn't matter. Or no, it wasn't shutting down a self-checkout. They were threatening to shut down whole Walmarts.
Oh my god.
And so they were like, they're not gonna shut that shit down.
No,
it's like minuscule loss.
Walmart, like. I read one time, like, companies like Walmart and Target and a bunch of these companies, they're so good at optimizing, like, their profit and sales and their products and what they throw away and, like, everything to where, like, little losses like that, like theft and stuff, like, it doesn't even matter. Yeah. They just want more money. That's usually what it comes down to.
So.
But, so hopefully I don't know what they're going to land on. I feel like they probably, if they're so desperate this way, I feel like they probably are losing money or something.
There's no right way. It's always a give and take between the provider and the consumer in this type of thing. As far as like, it's always like testing how much can we take from you before you get upset.
Yeah.
What's the smallest amount we can give you? Because you figure most of these services, like we talked about in the past, Hulu was free, Crunchyroll was free. Like a lot of these services jumped on to paid streaming when they previously existed in a free form.
Yeah.
So.
So yeah, I guess stuff's just gonna keep changing regardless, as we go on. But yeah, that was really the main news thing that I saw. So yeah, we can go to the seasonal.
Yeah, let's get into winter 2023 extra late.
It is different without, it's different without sound effects too. Not gonna lie.
I know, I told you.
Without sound effects.
Tong, 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 tong. But yeah, so we are super late into the winter season, so don't go by us as the calendar. Technically, the winter 2023 season runs from January to March. So we're kind of smack dab in the middle, but hopefully that's given Tiz, myself, you, the viewer, hopefully that's giving you also an opportunity to watch some stuff so we can like get a real discussion going. But I have my list. I'm very curious about Tiz's list, so if he wants to go first, I'm gonna let him go first.
Yeah, so I don't know if I talked about it yet or not, but I actually started some of these shows on here.
Wait, are we gonna alternate? We usually alternate, don't we?
Yeah,
okay.
We can alternate. So I have some up on screen. Y'all can probably see, but
you can click on mine for me, because there also will be on that page.
Okay. I'm sorted by members. I think that's just the default, so you're probably looking at the same one. But I'm hyped for Vinland Saga 2. I actually just started the dub. It's funny, when it first came out, I saw, it's on Netflix. It came out early. I was like, how they have the dub so fast? And I watched it and it was a sub.
I'm gonna send you, I think I still have in my phone, I saved it. I'm gonna send you the screen clip of Thor's, like,
getting it.
Picture of my TV in my phone of Thor's with all the arrows in them.
Oh, yeah.
I want you to put that over the screen right now.
I literally, when I did the thumbnail, I did Thor's arrows. And it was just his picture hugging Thor.
I'm like, I was deleting photos out of my phone and came across that. I was like, nope, saving that one.
That one, yeah. No, that's hilarious. Poor Thor's, man.
Oh, man.
He deserved better.
So the Vinland Saga, aka the Suffering of Thorfinn.
Yeah.
The Rise of Askeladd.
And you see his face now, and he just looks jaded.
Does he, to me, did he, like, because I haven't watched it yet, but I'm just guessing, did he kind of give you, like, Fushi vibes from To Your Eternity when you see him, like, 40 years old on that island?
Kind of, yeah.
Like,
he's just bored, like, he's done. Like, he's just done.
I can't wait. I'm hyped to watch this.
But one thing about Vinland Saga 2, the intro and the outro are amazing.
Like,
they paid money for.
I'm gonna say they must be like Attack on Titan amazing because it's a heavy drama.
Different
this
vibe.
Is a heavy drama show.
It's more singy.
Okay. Not as choiry.
Yeah, it's more singy, but it's very like sounds rock? Like they paid a lot.
What genre? I haven't heard.
It's like pop, I guess.
Oh,
pop,
okay.
Poppy. But it's like slow and somber.
Okay.
It's got a sad undertone to it. Like, I don't know, it's really good though. But yeah, so that one is cool so far.
Okay.
And Mappa's got like a style now with their.
What do you mean?
Like,
Mappa's got a style.
When I look at their animation,
yeah,
I'm like,
you know it's them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't look like other studios.
No, yeah.
Like, but it's interesting.
I've been there. So if you want to find for me real quick, you might want to switch. Are you on the English titles?
It's both.
Okay. You might Handyman Saito in Another World. If you can find that one.
You might as well start talking about it. Oh, that's right.
So Handyman Saito, this is just another isekai, but it specifically looks like a guy in a he's like straight up a handyman and he just gets like transported into a medieval world. But it just says, despite being a handyman with a wide range of skills, Saito is severely undervalued and underpaid. When he complains, his boss fires him, claiming that he is easily replaceable. As if his luck was not bad enough, a truck suddenly hits and kills him. Isekai.
Isekai.
But the thing that they said, so the good thing about Saito, it says, Saito uses his expertise to assist his fellow party members and soon becomes soon comes to receive the recognition he never thought possible. However, Saito's presence may just be the catalyst that will connect a diverse cast of people from different places, slowly uncovering the fate that could bring a great change to this world. But the thing that made me laugh about the synopsis was that the other one that I read was like, oh yeah, he's there to like fix stuff for them. He can shine up their equipment and like install things that like they can't do with magic. So I'm like, yeah, let's just see a janitor hanging out in like medieval fantasy times.
Oh my god.
So yeah, that's my like tiny vote for that one.
That made me think of a very interesting question. Because there's been so many isekai, like you could say like 80% of anime is isekai probably right now.
Oh, I'd say I'd back it up to 70, but yeah,
70,
I get your
let's
point.
give it 70.
I get your point.
What do you think now today you go to isekai for, or like makes you go towards an isekai? Is it anything in particular?
Oh, it's purely the premise. It's purely who's getting isekai'd, and why are they getting isekai'd, and then what are the people in the isekai world acting like about that person.
So do you find that you tend to go towards because this one seems a little less serious?
Yeah.
Do you tend to go towards the less serious ones, or like
I don't even distinguish. I guess I go towards the ones that are like, I probably go towards the more serious ones, but I guess I just go towards the ones that don't seem gimmicky.
Okay.
Because like there are many that are just straight up a gimmick.
Here's the one thing.
They're nothing but the premise. Yeah. But yeah, like I didn't watch the one where it's like your mom is here.
Have you seen the sword one? I don't know if it's
the ice sword one, or the one where the character is a sword. Yeah. No, I have not watched that yet.
Have you heard of anything?
Yes, no, I haven't heard anything about it yet.
Because I saw it on some lists and I was like, oh, is this one of the better ones?
This season has been rough for me to like be excited about, but I also haven't watched any other preview videos, so I'll let you know when I get there.
Word. All right, so I'm gonna say,
but these are primarily the ones that I will be trying to watch when I get my TV set up.
Okay. Next one's gonna be right here for me. Tokyo Revengers, season 2. So Tokyo Revengers season 1, like, I don't know. It was the thing that was really dope about it for me was that like it was a kind of a typical shonen, but with absolutely zero. Well, one superpower, and it was that the main character could go back in time. But aside from that, there was no like mysticism. There was no like.
I think that's why it was hard for me.
Really?
Yeah. Just being honest.
Yeah. No,
and plus, it's like middle school kid.
It is, yeah.
Like tough kid stuff, and I'm like, it's.
But they're like,
they're no Yusuke, all right. They're no Yusuke Urameshi, all right. Yeah. They're no Kuwabara. All right.
Yeah. There's some cool bars in there. There's definitely some.
Well, you know what I mean, but they're like more modern Kuwabaras.
Yeah, for sure.
It plays differently.
But these kids, that's the thing though. These kids are like literal gang members.
Yeah,
like,
they are.
They got knives. They're
but they're also
each other.
like really low tier gang, they're really low stakes gang members because they're in school. You know what I mean? They still bow down to the high school kids, at least in the parts that I've seen.
I'm trying to remember who the high school kids were now.
Because I remember the part that I got up to.
Mikey was drop kicking everybody.
Well, yeah, Mikey's scary.
He was drop kicking adults.
But like the main character, I forget his name, but he was like, my cousin is a part of this gang. And then you see, he's like, yeah, my cousin's in this gang, so we get respect. But then you realize his cousin is actually the bitch of the gang that he's in.
That,
yeah. So I'm like, they're scared of those kids.
Yeah. It was like the
they get their asses beat. Yeah,
those were the high school.
That's the part I remember.
That's funny. Yeah. So but yeah, the season 1 ended on like a super duper cliffhanger, like a super like, oh, what's about to happen, and it was just like black. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know when a second season was coming or if one was coming for the longest time. So I'm glad.
Did you watch
here.
The movie? Was there a movie? I think there was a movie.
I didn't know there was a movie. Okay. If there was, there might be, and I'm just if it was, I didn't watch it though.
Okay.
But I don't know. I also kind of really like these time travel shows too. The serious ones more so. I like when they're like time traveling to like change the future, but then they make little changes and it like spirals out of control, and then they gotta fix that, and then that goes wrong.
And this one's like a little, I would say, more high stakes because it's like every day that passes, he can't go back to the day prior.
Yeah, exactly.
So
and that's kind of like the one show, Summertime. Yeah, it's got like a limit to his powers. It's not just like, oh, I can do whatever.
Yeah.
So it adds some tension to it. But yeah, I'm hyped. Now I'm probably gonna wait for the dub for that too. I'm probably gonna wait for the dub for most of these. I'm gonna be honest with you.
You're gonna be a season behind again.
Probably.
All right. So my next one on my one to watch is High Card. Specific. Now this one seems to be like one of the higher production animes of this season.
This looks cool.
It says after discovering his orphanage was on the brink of closing due to financial stress, Finn, who was living freely on the streets, set out for a casino with the aim of making a fortune. However, nothing could have prepared Finn for the nightmare that was awaiting him. The world order can be controlled by a set of 52X playing cards with the power to bestow different superhuman powers and abilities to the ones that possess them. With these cards, people can access the hidden power of the buddy that can be found within themselves. There is a secret group of players called High Card who have been directly ordered by the King of Fourland to collect the cards that have been scattered throughout the kingdom, while moonlighting as employees of the luxury card maker Pinnacle.
Gotta add this. I didn't know about this one.
So cool. As you can see, this has just about every little like thing that I would personally be interested in. You got cards, you got playing cards, you got casinos, you got high stakes,
gambling,
you got superpowers based on said playing cards. But I haven't heard anything yet.
You got some gambit action.
Only if the cards explode and you can throw them at people. But it sounds like the cards give you superpowers, but cool. These people have been tasked with collecting them. So
I can already
tell by the artwork.
I can already picture here's the different
generals.
Yeah.
Who's got the ace of spades, son?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm terrified.
Who's the Joker? Nah, that's the villain.
Oh no.
But yeah.
So yeah. What's your next one?
All right, so mine, I think I saw it. I think the next one was, which I think it's actually on hiatus right now, which is funny. Nier Automata.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So I actually really enjoyed the Nier Automata game. It was, I like using this word now, profound. It makes you think after you beat it exactly 3 times. No less, no more. But no, it's cool, and the I don't know if you've seen the trailers, but the animation is clean. Like, it's clean looking. But unfortunately, I think I read an article that said it went on hiatus recently because of COVID or something like that. But I don't know if it's back airing normally again. Okay. But
that's what happened to Golden Kamuy too.
It got COVID hiatus, but yeah, I guess that's still happening, unfortunately.
People still using that excuse, man,
to take a break.
You know,
I don't blame y'all, man. But whenever it does come back and get dubbed, I'm gonna watch this one.
Nice. So this one I've actually already watched and finished. Which I think I told Tiz that it's probably second. Japanese Tales of the Macabre. It's probably second of the Junji Ito things that I've watched. But yeah, that's the full title. I think the full title is Junji Ito Maniac, Japanese Tales of the Macabre. But yeah, I watched all of these pretty much, and some episodes are like 2 mini episodes, and then a couple episodes are like full 30-minute or more episodes. But yeah, there are some like pretty... I'm not going to use the word profound here. There are some pretty... Let's see. There are some pretty stick with you stories here that creep you out. One thing that I also did is that was different about this one than the last one is that, like, even though the last one would leave you, like, a story would end maybe in a certain place and it felt unfinished, but it maybe was to leave you unsettled. Mm-hmm. This cuts off in a way that you're just like, is that the end of... Okay, I guess that's the end of that story. I guess that's where we're at. Yeah. Like, okay.
You just feel... Does it make you feel uncomfortable?
It does, but it's right. Like... Okay? Yeah. You're like... Okay?
Yeah.
Like... so it's gonna come back in another episode somehow?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm always nervous to watch the show at night.
Just watch it.
I know, like, I'm not usually the type that's scared of stuff.
Well, the thing that gets me is that, like, it's not like the stuff that happens in here will happen in broad daylight. So I'm like, daylight won't save you. From
for sure. For sure. I just don't want it imprinted on my brain right before sleep. You know what I mean? Like that's really what I'm worried about. Get something disturbing.
Present. You want it present because it's your subconscious that comes up in your sleep. So if it's in your conscious, if like you're consciously thinking about it, you might be safe.
That acne episode. You watch that right before bed.
Yeah, I don't want to watch that at any point. It's just disgusting. It's not about bedtime. I don't want to watch that when I wake up. I don't want to watch it before I eat. I don't want to watch it after school.
The picture in your head is still vivid. It's disgusting.
Gross.
It's gonna stick with me until I die. Forever.
Yeah, guys, go watch the pimple episode of the other GG.
Trigger alert. Trigger warning.
All right, you got one up.
Yeah. I should probably look at them before, so they're ready. But it's probably not far. Oh, here it is. Not right as
organized as I am.
Yeah, here it is, right here. Bungo Stray Dogs, season 4.
I was gonna ask you if you'd still been watching Bungo.
There's no link. Is that a link? Okay, that's the link.
No synopsis.
But I actually started.
It's just the 4th season.
Yeah, it really is. No
They're
synopsis.
like the 4th season.
4th season. Look it up somewhere else if you want to know. But I actually did start this one. I'm only like 2 episodes in. And the first episode was a flashback episode, so I have no idea what the real premise is yet. I haven't gotten that far.
It's like when I got super confused by season 2.
Yeah, season 2 was the is that the Guild? Fitzgerald?
Probably, yeah. It was whenever they went back into the main character's history. Not the main character, but the detective, the suicide guy. Yeah, they went back into his game.
Yeah.
I was so confused.
Yeah. I had to watch that season twice probably. Or a couple episodes twice or whatever. But I don't know, this show still gives me that like anime X-Men vibe, which I can't find anywhere else.
Yeah.
And it does it just well enough, like the characters are kind of weird, kind of like how the X-Men characters are, but it's not as it's more anime, like it's not just straight drama like how X-Men is.
Right.
It's more so like here's some jokes thrown in, here's some dark humor thrown in, here's some whatever.
It's ensemble-y.
Yeah, exactly. And this is another one where the villains I usually like. It's like a different. It's kind of like JoJo. There's like a different main villain every season, where it's like not connected really to the prior one. It's just like, because they're a detective agency, so they're getting these cases in, and usually how they frame it is like, here's a bunch of murders are happening of superpowered people, or something, buildings are exploding or whatever it is, and then they'll be like, oh, it's this organization and it's this main villain, and he usually has a power, and then they got the generals, and then so it's got everything, you know what I mean? It's got everything I love. So yeah, I'm looking forward to continuing.
I think it's also, Bungo's a little bit jazzy, like
it is, yeah.
Blood Blockade.
Yeah,
I think
a lot of loose ties and
yeah, a lot of skinny legs.
Yeah,
running
skinny
and
dress
stuff.
pants. Yeah, for sure. And the head of the detective agency is randomly like a samurai, like an ex-samurai, which is kind of cool because every once in a while he whips out his sword and he's just like, he has no powers though, I don't think, or if he does, it's not like a enhancing power. It's just like I can see the good in people or something.
So you know what all this stuff is making me miss, right?
What?
Fire Force.
I
miss Fire Force so much,
man. I think about
just
Fire Force
when
so
you said
often.
he had like no power, you made me think of the captain, and I'm like, no,
I think about
he's
Fire
the
Force
best.
so often. Oh my god, what a show! That might never.
Like the way I was hungry for Shield Hero 2, I'm getting hungry for Fire Force.
Oh yeah, Fire Force can't come soon enough. I wish that was this season. But yeah.
So my next one is Malevolent Spirits Monogatari, and the synopsis for that is basically you have malevolent spirits, or spirits that are called Tsukumogami, and it says they inhabit old objects, and the protagonist Hyoma despises the Tsukumogami. Sorry. After one of them took away something important from him, and he says he comes to Kyoto and comes to live with Botan Nagasuki, a girl who loves the Tsukumogami.
That's a word.
And lives with them. So basically, you got one main character who hates, I'm gonna call them devils, demons.
Yeah.
You have one character who hates spirits, yokai.
Wait.
What's up?
Is this the same Monogatari as that movie with the immortal people?
I don't think so. I don't think this is a part of the.
That's just a word that means
Monogatari series. I don't think it is. I think this is something different. That's why I think that had that subtitle Malevolent Spirits Monogatari, because I think it's separate.
Is that what I'm thinking of?
You're thinking of the Bako Monogatari, Kazuma Monogatari. Yeah, there's like I think there's Nizen Monogatari. Yeah. There's a ton of them.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's a part of that.
Okay.
But yeah, this is just, I figured this is like your like demon hunter / exorcist / like special services type anime for this season. So, and the animation I saw so far looked good. I tried to watch like one episode, but I had to stop. So
I'm really being critical on these cover arts right now, and I'm liking this one. I'm liking this one. I'm just trying to judge them based off.
We'll see. I'm like, so far the main character was like super serious for my taste, but
oh really?
We'll see.
Maybe he's meant to be one of those like bland, just so all the other characters can shine.
Maybe.
MCs. All right. Let me see. What is this? Definitely not watching Buddy Daddies. I can tell you that much.
That's the new Spy Cross Family, bro. Spy Cross.
I'm watching Spy. I'm gonna watch Spy Family. Spy Family got
stop taking out. You know what? I'm gonna stop this. You guys trying to take out the cross. It's Spy Cross Family.
There is no
Hunter,
cross.
It's Hunter X Hunter.
They just do that.
Spy X Family.
They just do it because it's cooler than a space.
No, it's cool to say it. Hunter
it's cooler
Cross
than
Hunter.
a space. I'm not even gonna click into this one, but I'm gonna watch Trigun Stampede.
I watched one episode of Trigun Stampede and I did not hate it.
Okay, that's
I
solid.
enjoyed the vibe they were going for, because I was like, it almost made me like want to like try out Trigun, because I've never watched Trigun.
Yeah, Trigun's alright. Trigun to me?
This is old.
It feels like a different universe Cowboy Bebop.
Look, all I'm saying is that I used to watch Cowboy Bebop and then Trigun would come on and I'd change the channel.
But they're the same soul.
Were they on?
Cowboy Bebop's better, don't get me wrong, but they're the same. No, it is cooler. It is cooler.
Swaggy.
It is cooler, don't get me wrong.
But no, I love space westerns, so
yeah, but it's the same kind of
like Trigun.
Here's this quirky character who's, when he gets serious, he could actually murder everybody. People don't remember who he was, just like Spike. You know what I mean? He's trying to escape his past. Yeah, it's literally the same pattern, plot line.
You want me to go?
Yeah.
Can you find Revenger? Revenger appears to be the super serial anime for me this season. I would just say watch a trailer, but it says Raizo Karima is a man who was betrayed by someone he trusts, and now he has no place to return. He is now a hitman working for the organization Revenger, which takes revenge on behalf of those who have no power. He works at Ribbengia store that acts as a general store on the outside while hiding the Revenger organization beneath the surface. His co-workers include a physician with a destructive impulse, a beautiful and androgynous young man who is both cruel and innocent, a gambler who loves money and alcohol, and an intelligent lacquer craftsman. The five men start to build a strange friendship by working together. But yeah, the trailer for this is sick. So
is it really? Looks like some samurai.
It's like 6 sword fighting. So I'm that's all I can really say so
Get
far.
them Champloo vibes. Trying to find that Champloo.
It's not. It has no chill to it. It has no, like, it's when I say super serial, I mean like it had no vibes. It's like this dude's here to murder. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I can get down with that.
I'm trying to think. I'm like, I can't think of something to compare it to right now.
That's funny. I can get down with that.
I guess No Guns Life maybe.
Okay. Let me see what else we got. I think. Oh, this is that ice sword one you was talking about, the ice blade. I'm probably not gonna watch that.
All right, you wanna control? You wanna control that for me?
Yeah.
Unless you think.
I
of
think
yours.
that's probably it for me, to be honest.
All right, right there. That's one for me.
Where?
To the right, Okiyumi.
Okay.
There. So also on my list, the English title was Kaina of the Great Snow Sea.
Oh, I've heard about this one.
And I'm sorry, I'm just reading the synopses I have. It just says, the boy meets girl high fantasy is set in a world where land is being swallowed by encroaching great snow sea. Humanity ekes out a harsh life above the Tenmaku, a wordplay on the Japanese word for tent that stretches out from the roots to the tops of the giant orbital trees. The story centers around Kaina, a boy who lives above the Tenmaku, and Liliha, a princess of the small country Atlan in the Great Snow Sea. This looked like, when I saw the trailer, it was like grand scale, like action. So yeah, I guess like that synopsis kind of gives it up for me. It's like, yeah, these people are just trying to survive in a super harsh environment.
Okay.
But yeah, I was just gonna check it out. I don't.
It looks cool. I think I added this one.
Reason why I just figured it might be cool.
Yeah. I always like that. I kind of, when I see the list of stuff that's coming, I kind of just like look at first glance. Does it check a couple very basic boxes? Then I'll add it, and then I'll figure out the rest later. You know what I mean? Like, that's pretty much what I be doing. That one is 1 too.
Ours? Yes.
Okay.
Giant Beasts of Ours.
Also, some of ours overlap too, by the way, like the Tales of Macabre. I'm gonna watch that.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
This one just says, in the worlds of ours, humans lead a decade-long war against giant beasts that ravage the land and feed on their resources. Those tasked with fighting them are champions called Nagimori, who utilize the destructive power of Kanagi, beings gifted with uncontrollable magic powers. This one sheerly got me by the trailer. I was just browsing around and saw like giant beast and was like, click. And then like the trailer, the animation looked good. The not character design, but like the monster design looked interesting. From first watch, again, it didn't feel like, these feel like super serious characters in their world. So I may just have to like hunker down and really pay attention. But that's another one on my list. I'm
not gonna lie, sometimes this is a red flag for me. And for the people who can't see what I'm pointing at,
the ship,
like, it's how in general when I see an anime and they do like the big giant thing concept.
Yeah.
And now that is fully CG.
Yeah, that made me nervous too, but when watching the trailer will change your opinion.
Solid,
yeah, that's why I'm like, the trailer doesn't contain giant
exactly.
Jittering, like,
exactly.
Mechanical based.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
No, it doesn't. They had like real, like one monster I saw, like it kind of looked like this giant, like headless, like green zombie, and it was like crawling across the ground.
I'm actively adding a bunch of these.
And then the dude, kind of pictured there in the front of the art on the right, the red shirt guy was like fighting with like a giant, like he was fighting with a lance, like super.
Yeah. So
I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna at least check it out. And then I think there's like one or two more. Ningen Fusion. So if you control Ningen.
There it is.
This? It's close.
Not this.
Not that one.
Okay, let me go to the next one.
There you go.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this one, I think I clicked on this one because it reminded me of Standing on a Million Lives, and I miss that show right now. I want that weird show to come back. But this just the full title is Ningen Fusion: Adventurers who don't believe in humanity will save the world. Oh my
god, you need sentence anime.
Come on, bro.
I will never watch another show.
You're never gonna watch heroes that don't want they don't believe in humanity, but they're tasked with saving the world.
Why?
Come on, bro.
Title?
Come on, bro.
That doesn't need to be the title.
So it says veteran adventurer Nick, mage Tiana, cleric Zem, and half-dragon Kieran each show up alone in a tavern only to find themselves seated at the same table. As the night goes on, they take turns divulging their grievances and hobbies that they have taken up as a means of coping. While their stories are utterly different, there is one common thread: betrayal. Each of the four, having been bitterly betrayed by someone they treasured, has developed a deep-seated trust in humanity. So yeah, I want to see what these people... I want to see these shitbags. I want to see what they're angry about, you know? I want to see them be like sad, because I haven't watched all these other like, I'm quitting my life in a fantasy world and opening a pharmacy. I don't watch those.
I can't,
but I will probably watch this. So just throwing that out there.
Let us know. Report in.
And then the last one, there's probably like 2 more in here, but the last one I'm gonna mention is the Fire Hunter. I saw that on that.
I think I saw somewhere. That.
There it is.
Yeah.
I have no idea what this is about. It just says, let's see, part of the synopsis says, the story revolves around Tuko, a village-raised girl, and Kushi, a former student in the capital. The encounter between the two, who were not supposed to cross paths, will change the fate of the world. And it takes place in the aftermath of humanity's last war. The world is enveloped with a black forest, and people have become infected with a pathogen that causes them to burst into flame in the presence of natural fire.
I heard about those.
The only safe source of fire can be obtained by hunting black beasts, flame spirits, which reside deep in the forest. Among fire hunters, rumors of the king of fire hunters has begun spreading recently. An individual who will be able to harvest the man-made star, the Millennium Comet that once wandered the void, whatever the hell that means.
The Millennium Comet. It's Fushi.
So yeah, and then very quickly, let's see if you can find this one. The Tale of Outcasts. This one might be a good one. There you go.
There you go.
And this last one.
Yeah, I like this cover.
So yeah, this was action, adventure, drama, fantasy, shonen, blah blah blah. And it says Wisteria is an orphan girl living in the corner of the British Empire at the end of the 19th century. Her life is a desolate and bleak until she encounters Malbus, a powerful but equally lonely immortal being with a furry appearance, hounded by hunters. Together, Wisteria and Malbus roam the empire populated by humans and human-like beasts in search of a place where they can live together in peace. So, yeah, that looked like fantasy outcast shenanigans.
That looks cool. I see some beast monsters.
Yeah, it gave me like it felt like somebody was doing like a weird twist on Beauty and the Beast, because this dude, the dude with the red hair, he has like varying beast. He'll go from like suave guy to like full beast face with horns and like whiskers, and
he like transforms.
And then like, but it's like, because the video I watched or whatever, the trailer was like it was like she needs him to survive or something, and it's like she's a pastime for him or something like that. So it's like one of those like wonky partnership type things. So
yeah, it looks solid. I like when I come out of these with new shows on the list.
But nobody is gonna do more research than I, because I need things to watch that are interesting. But that's it for me, Tiz.
It was pretty much just continuations for me.
My Hero is continuing, obviously. Blue Lock is also still continuing.
I think My Hero taking a break.
Did they stop?
I think they're about to.
Oh, okay. It'd be weird though, because I'm like,
I think they're
like halfway through the season.
I think Attack on Titan has now made the part 1, part 2 a permanent fixture in all anime.
Don't say that.
I think we're gonna see it in all of our favorite shows.
Don't say that, because people are not.
Jujutsu Kaisen season 2.
People aren't chill with
part
it.
1.
People aren't chill with it.
What are they gonna do? Draw it themselves? Ha!
No, they'll just stop watching because they won't care when it comes back.
Not if every show is doing it.
It just takes forever.
Not if My Hero's doing it, and I don't even know what else. And Attack on Titan's
I know,
doing.
But you know, anime fans we can cut off for a whole season. We can cut off for 2 seasons because we're not. We're used to stuff being unroutine anyway.
We can wait to binge it for sure.
So that's why I'm like, some people will just wait till it's over.
Yeah. But
like I've done with most of this current season. Yeah. Outside of My Hero, probably.
I don't think it's been confirmed yet though, but just the way, and I'll talk about it when we get there, but just the way it's set up, it's like, oh, we'll be back later to finish this.
But like from the last episode that you watched?
It feels like a hard break point. Like
it's a weird place to take a break.
Yeah. I think you'll see what I mean though. So should we go to our regular?
I mean, we're technically in Anime Corner, so
yeah, we are still here.
It's just a matter of
the list.
What you want to talk about? Gosh, your mouse sensitivity is insane.
Fast or slow?
It's way too fast.
Really?
I'm touching it and shooting across the screen. Pew!
Oh dang!
Yes, I touched his mouse like that. And his cursor was
I didn't know I had it that fast.
So man. Light.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you gotta start us because I didn't watch.
Am I starting? Are we starting
so
with
you gotta carry it.
I'm not gonna spoil a lot, there's not too much to spoil. Basically, this whole entire episode is Deku inside of his head talking to all of
so what All Might said
very clearly
in the prior episode about him being in his talking to the other past, it was totally what the next episode was going to be about.
Exactly.
Okay.
And spoilers, because we don't have the gong this time, so spoilers here. He's in his head. You get to see all of them very clearly, except 2. You only get to see the back of their head.
So I'm assuming that's 4, because we know 4 is Scribbles in the book.
Who Scribbles?
When 3 whenever Bakugo and somebody else were talking about All for One, they were talking about the 4th, and his face was blacked out, and his paragraph in the book was like. Scribble. Yeah. So I'm assuming one of the blacked out figures is 4.
Yeah. And he's one of the main ones talking. Actually.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And Deku's already used his powers. His power. He used it in the fight with Shigaraki.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you want me saying more than that.
But we've already seen it.
Yeah, but
then just tell us.
But they don't tell you that's what it was.
Oh, okay.
And do you care?
No, I'm gonna watch it.
Okay, so it basically was the danger sense.
Okay, that spark that he keeps getting.
When something's about to
that dude's power. Okay, I was wondering what that was because they were heavily laying into that, him being like, bung.
Yeah. So I think he's in there talking to all of them like super clearly for the first time. They explain why they can all talk clearly. And there's one mystery going on where there's a couple of different mysteries that are like introduced and that are still going on. A bunch is explained with the actual like how All for One works and how they've all learned from their experiences what the power actually is. So they explain a bunch of that. But then one of the mysteries they introduce is 2 of the users are just in the corner facing the wall. Like they're refusing to, and he says,
they're Blair Witching in the corners.
He says something like, all right, you 2 have to help us eventually. And they're just facing the wall. Like, it just puts the camera to the back of their head every so often.
I just like that there's there's users that are like, no, I'm not a part
they're just literally just
I'm not a part of this mind space. I can't wait to see this.
So you don't see with their face, you just see the back of their head. But they're in full color still. It's so funny. So that's one mystery.
No.
It's like, what's their deal? Yeah, it's like, who are these guys? And I don't think they say their numbers, like which order they are.
Okay.
They're just like, all right, you guys gotta help sometimes. Yeah. Exactly.
I like this.
And you're like, all right, so what's up with those 2? Like, what's their problem? And then another.
I'm just like, I just have to let you know, like, all my mind is stuck on right now.
What?
Is that Hawks' throat is burnt. And he has that
weird.
He
takes the mask off this episode.
I know, but it's like he's still, he's like, always like using that thing to talk. And I'm just like, heal my boy, please.
Yeah.
But go ahead, I'm sorry.
But he has all these burn marks now. He just has burn marks all over his body from like, I don't know if they'll go away, but.
He was like right here, bro.
So he's just covered in burn marks. But the other mystery they introduced was one of them had to do with the power, which I won't say. I'll let you see that one. But the other one had to do with 2, or it might have been more than 2, but a couple of the users, the previous users, died at young ages, but the cause of death was reported as old age, and that was part of what was scribbled out in All Might's journal. Deku's thinking it might have had how he died there. But so there's this mystery. Nobody knows how, like, a couple of the users just mysteriously died. But it was, like, covered up by the hero agency, I guess. Or it was covered up by somebody. So that's, like, another mystery that they just, like, okay, you'll find this out later, I guess. And you don't find out what the other quirks are that you haven't seen yet. Even though they're there in the room, they don't say like, "This is my power" or anything. Right. I guess he'll have.
Because what do we have? Like 4 total?
Yeah, it's Black Whip. It's the Strength one. It's
Float,
Danger Sense, and Float.
Okay. Yeah.
So I think it's 4.
That sounds like 4.
So it's a very slow episode, but it's interesting because they're just dumping.
Do we explain the use of Danger Sense other than just freaking you the fuck out?
No, that's all. So they have this funny thing where like Black Whip, because they're like interacting with each other too, and the Black Whip dude, he's like tries to sneak up on Danger Sense, and he's just like He's like having a conversation with Deku. Black Whip's just like, he's like,
nice. So he's like, talking. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, no, he's funny.
So it's almost a little bit like Foresight.
But it's cool though, because they show a little bit of his while he was alive, and he's in the woods just doing this hardcore strength training. So he's like buff.
He's Asta.
He doesn't have any other power.
He's Asta.
Yeah. He's just in the
woods,
smashing rocks with his bare hands. Like. So no, he's actually cool. I like him. And another part of the weird thing was he has these 2 scars on his face, just these 2 lines, and he's like, right before the time that they reported he died, the cracks appeared.
Oh, okay.
So my theory is it has something to do with Shigaraki or the drying power or something. I don't know, but I don't know why else cracks would be, or it might be related to All for One itself, or One for All itself, something like that. But they don't really say; they just leave that completely open. But yeah, it's a slow episode, but it's just it's like
an information episode.
Dump. Yeah, it's like the basement. Almost.
Don't say that.
It's almost like the basement.
Well, you gotta give more details, because I would be discussing things if I saw it. Now here, this is your practice.
Yeah. So I mean,
what else happened?
The main thing was the nature of One for All, and like that's just.
So do they explain like how it actually, like, what's actually being passed on?
Yeah, I think they've already kind of touched on that with like the quirk factor thing.
Okay.
And do you remember the quirk factor explanation?
Slightly.
It's kind of like the X gene or whatever from X-Men. It's like you're born with this like change in your DNA or whatever. That's where your quirk comes from. And it's the initial power, the One for All, the little brother. His quirk was to, and I think he got the quirk from his brother. I think they explained that already. Was to amass quirks and then pass them on and gather power. So that was the original. So he's just passing on the quirk factor through his hair, and then it like bundles with the other ones. That's basically all they explain. But I'll say there's some limitations as to how it can be passed down and how it, I guess, compiles the quirks.
How come?
And do you want me to actually just... You don't care. Okay.
I'm gonna watch it.
Okay. So basically the thing is that if someone who already has a quirk, so it passes on to somebody, their quirk gets combined into it if they already have a quirk. But they explain it as being like a glass. Like your body's like a glass. And if you already have a quirk, the glass already has stuff in it. Okay. So if you try to pour other quirks on top of that, it rapidly degrades your body. To where like you'll die like in super young, like way younger than you were supposed to.
Gotcha.
It's like a glass like spilling over and cracking and stuff like that. And so they basically say what makes Toshinori and Deku, Toshinori, I think that's all. Yeah, that's all. And Deku special is that they didn't have quirks. And here, I think
Toshinori didn't have a quirk either?
Yeah, he was quirkless like Deku. So here, not only they confirmed Deku was quirkless. Okay. And they confirmed Toshinori was quirkless. Okay. And they say that's why they're able to, when quirkless people get this quirk, it becomes theirs.
So he's even more connected to Deku in that sense.
Yeah, they're like the 2 chosen ones. Yeah. Because they thought, basically, okay, we can't keep passing this quirk down because
I thought his was strength.
I did too for the longest time, but this is the first time I've ever heard them emphasize this in the show. Really, they really emphasize that people without quirks are like dying off, like they're about to become extinct. Yeah. And so
because the more people with quirks that are mating with people without quirks, they're probably gonna have kids with quirks.
So they thought All Might was gonna be the last user because they wouldn't be able to find anybody else without a quirk, and then Deku just suddenly, luckily came around. Yeah, and
that's okay. So that's why he would not choose a Bakugo versus a Deku.
Because he physically
that makes
couldn't,
sense.
It would kill him.
Okay.
And so,
or a Mirion.
Or exactly.
Because that was like, we were like, why? Yeah. This kid is perfect.
So he actually can.
That makes sense.
And not only do they not have to have a quirk.
We'll probably kill him.
Yeah. he also wasn't just trying to give it to anybody. Like, he wanted to be the person who ran out into danger.
It also made, like, a Mirion, you have to Miriam was like pretty damn perfect as far as like being selfless, as far as like so that's why I'm like he to me like even I was like all right,
and I think it would have been him if
that is a stretch compared to this kid.
No, exactly.
So,
but
that answers a lot of like preference questions I had.
He was desperate looking for somebody to give this quirk to. Deku runs out. All right, we'll give this kid a try.
Yeah,
that's basically what
I see it. Yeah, it makes total sense now.
So now they're basically like, okay, Deku, you're probably going to be the last person because there's nobody when somebody else
and he's
who's worthy.
9, right? I think
something like that.
I think he's the 9th.
I think he is too. Yeah.
Okay.
And so they're basically like, because chances are you're not gonna find somebody else to pass this down to. If you see Shigaraki again, are you gonna kill him? Because he's like, and he's Deku, so he's like, no, I'm gonna save him. I'm gonna save him.
Did you guys not watch the opening where I like touch baby Shigaraki?
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, have you seen that in the opening where like
I did.
Like little Shigaraki tumbles out of like white haired Shigaraki and into like
he reaches out.
Yeah, and like, into Deku's hands, and you're like, oh, really?
I'm telling you, it's coming. It's coming.
He's gonna save baby.
Because he just
baby
keeps
Shigaraki.
He keeps saying it over
baby
and over.
Baby Tenko.
Yeah, like there's a little kid in there somewhere. He's just asking for help.
Yeah, like
you just keep saying it. And so he says that, and they're like, all right, we'll follow you because this is why we like you anyway. Because you're not trying to kill people. And that was kind of like the gist of it. And I think there is still probably some secret to it that isn't explained yet.
Yeah.
Like, why
clearly we got bald dudes.
Stuff? Yeah.
We got Blair Witches in the corner.
Exactly.
Dark pace.
Yeah, I think it was just a lot of. So I think this answered a question I had like way earlier on, like mad episodes ago. I was like, do you think it's going to be like one new power per season? No. And now they're just like 3 powers.
It's going to be a new power when they need it.
Yeah. And at the very end of the episode, we get the part that you didn't want. We get Deku's goodbye message to everybody.
I told you.
Starfawn.
I told you. I didn't want.
He's black flipping.
I told you he's gonna do the like lone wolf in the woods shit. I gotta like go have my like whatever
he's like,
vision quest.
He's like, I don't want to bring you guys into my danger. But my thing
and now
we
know the whole fucking class is gonna chase after him because it's Naruto.
And they're in the opening. Yeah, they're all in the opening.
Because he's Sasuke. Come on.
But it's like, my thing is like, where's he really gonna go?
Thank you.
Half of the city is gone.
Most of the cities have been destroyed.
Yeah, like, where's he going?
He's going to the woods. He's probably going to no, he's probably going. You think he's gonna go where those cats are, the danger cats?
Oh,
you know the team.
Where did they go?
They were like in a summer training camp somewhere. Yeah, like do you think he's headed out there?
I think he's just gonna skate around the ruins of the city, fighting all the criminals, cleaning up crime. Yeah, him and Stain are gonna run into each other.
No, Bakugo's coming after his ass. Tenya is 100% coming after his ass.
You should have seen Tenya was reading the letter. He had a straight face. He was just like, everybody's crying and stuff.
No, because he's like this. Because it will never not be the Stain alleyway for them. Oh yeah, it'll never not be. I'm gonna pull you out of this shit that you pull me out.
I think there's gonna be a reunion.
Like Tenya and Shoto are fucking coming to get his ass, and then Baku's coming out of spite because he's like, you don't leave my ass behind.
He was screaming.
It's gonna be the after school club again. I'm telling you.
Yeah, for sure. Nah, that's what I was kind of saying with the.
No, I got scared when all those muscles broke out. Do you remember the muscle dude who's like expand? When he broke out, I was like, oh no!
I think Deku's gonna watch him.
He's terrifying.
I think Deku might watch him this time. He's ready now. He's
but
throwing
that dude
kicks.
Can cause some problems before somebody gets to him.
Yeah, that's true. And I think he's going to. Yeah. I think he's probably coming up soon.
We forget, bro. I still am in tears. Like I will double over in laughter if you make me think about how many prisoners escaped.
They're gonna redo season 1 villains in season 2. Like we're just gonna see all those reunions happen. It's gonna be.
I'm very curious who this purple-haired girl is. They keep wanting to like focus in.
I'm kind of a fan already.
I'm like, what is she? What's her?
She just looks cool.
She looks like Ramona.
Lady. She has a really fancy, like, classy name. It's like Lady Saint Midnight or something.
Like she looks like Ramona from Scott Pilgrim versus the Universe.
Yeah.
She has like those vibes.
She doesn't have a really weird power, I feel like.
But yeah, you're not spoiling it because I'm literally just gonna go watch it.
But yeah, that's kind of what I meant by I think this is a hard break point because he just literally top of the building. I'm
like, why would you call this a whole nother season when it's like?
Oh, sorry, I forgot one thing. They say it at the end. They're like, "Welcome to the final act." Black.
The final act of My Hero?
Act. So I looked this up because I was kind of confused too. I was like, not arc, right? They're like, no, act.
Yeah.
Like group of arcs.
Yeah.
So probably a couple more seasons. So.
Yeah. So I'm like, but we're in the
third act.
We're in the the final.
We're downhill from here.
Wow.
Yeah, we're almost. It's actually gonna end.
It's a feasible sized shonen.
Yeah. What's it called? Ending too. Demon Slayer's ending too.
Well, I mean, it's probably about the size of Shippuden.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Just less filler, I guess.
What Shippuden's like 600 and something episodes, right?
500, I think exactly.
So okay, maybe it's less than Shippuden, but I mean, you know what I mean, though, right?
But it's not. Like it's also not 40% filler.
It's not Naruto plus. Shippuden.
Yeah.
Or it's not Dragon Ball Z plus.
It's probably the size of Naruto without the filler.
Maybe.
Just like the base story.
Or just Naruto.
Yeah.
Maybe original Naruto.
Yeah, because there was that one, there's been 4 or 5 filler episodes.
I'm just wondering because we haven't really experienced these outside of Naruto.
Mm. What, the mid?
What else is something between 50 and 1,000 episodes? You know what I mean?
Black Clover.
It's like Death Note, Cowboy Bebop, Full Metal Alchemist, all sit around under 100 episodes. But then you have your One Pieces and your Dragon Ball and your Naruto's.
It was an era.
Well, I mean, before that, Pokemon is endless, almost, it feels like. You know what I mean? So I'm like...
I almost separate that, though, too. I separate, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! Because these are shows where it's meant to capture a new generation every generation.
Well, yeah, they're serials.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that I'm just despite that, I'm just saying it's nice to have something that's more than 50 episodes, but not 900 episodes. You know what I mean?
Sure.
You feel like some time has passed, but you're not I'm eternally waiting to get to the end of this. Well, when that finishes, we can say that. It's not
only one more season.
Well, yeah, I'm they haven't fully come out and said that yet.
Yeah, they're playing. They're
Well, Fairy Tail too, but I've watched most of that.
Yeah, that counts because I
I would count that
fully. I think it ended, right? It didn't keep.
Yeah, it did. It ended. They had the final season, and they didn't do a parts and parts and parts.
They didn't. So I think I applauded them for that. Actually, I was like, "Thank you for actually finishing."
So that's the only reason I bring that up. It's just because I'm most of the shows we watch fall under 100 episodes. Mm-hmm. Hunter x Hunter will probably be in this group whenever it decides to get there.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's the only reason I'm trying to Yu
Yu Hakusho was in that camp too, of the slightly longer one. Yeah. Not quite Naruto, but
they had 4 seasons though. I think there's 4 seasons of Yu Yu Hakusho.
I think they're long seasons though. I think they just broke 100.
Well, yeah, but I mean it's it's four
chunks
chunks, you can count it out and it's done.
And they had filler too, I believe. They had anime only filler.
Yu Yu Hakusho did?
I think so, yeah. I remember being on anime filler list for that, John.
I can't imagine.
There
aren't that many episodes.
Arc. Yeah, I would have to look for which arc. It's not it's not 30 episodes straight or anything like that, but it's it's something slight.
But yeah, these were serial mangas meant to make you come back and buy the magazine every week.
I do think Naruto is going down that path. I think it's going to be Boruto, and I think it's going to be Boruto's kid.
Well, yeah, but that's the cool thing. Kid. That's Naruto's gimmick is generations, I think, too.
Yeah. So they can get away
No,
with
we need to go back. Let's go back when the third Hokage was young and see what that was like.
Third Hokage. We've gotten that flashback.
Well, we got him at training the Seinin.
Yeah. But he was under Minato, wasn't he?
No, the third Hokage?
Yeah, because Minato, remember, he died super young.
You're talking about Naruto's dad?
Yeah.
The third Hokage, bro.
Yeah,
the third Hokage.
No,
the grandpa.
Yeah.
He was not under Minato.
He lived to age, but Minato never got to grow old.
Yes.
Hold up.
But he was Hokage. He was the third and the fifth.
You're right.
I thought you were saying the third trained under Minato. I was like, no.
No, I'm trying to figure out where. So, did he train Minato?
No. He trained Jiraiya. The third trained Jiraiya. Jiraiya trained Minato.
I thought Minato trained Jiraiya.
No.
Hold on. Minato definitely trained
Minato
Jiraiya.
is younger than Jiraiya.
Hold up.
Jiraiya is like 2 generations above Naruto. He's like grandpa age for Naruto.
No, but I'm saying Minato
was trained by a seinin.
Okay, yeah.
That's why
and he trained Jiraiya.
That's why Jiraiya's like his grandpa.
So Sarutobi trained Jiraiya.
Yes.
Jiraiya trained Minato.
The third trained the seinin.
Yes.
The 3.
Okay.
The 3.
Yeah. Okay. That's so weird.
But I was like, I want to see when he was young.
Kid. Yeah, it was probably barbaric. That was probably barbaric back then.
So yeah, I would like to see when Sarutobi was younger,
okay.
or you know, like I would like, or even Jiraiya and them. Like we didn't see a lot of them.
We only saw that basically.
Because I mean, what was that the 4th Great Ninja War? In
4th was in Shippuden.
Yeah. So I'm like, there's 2 wars before that.
Yeah.
3 wars.
For sure.
We saw the 3rd, I think.
We saw the first 2 kind of, because the first is just when Madara was fighting.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I would like to see like baby Jiraiya doing stuff.
Doing Jiraiya shenanigans.
But yeah, I'm like, Naruto is definitely
they're
like
gonna
a
keep
forever
forever.
serial.
I think so, yeah.
But that, I mean, I think they were like just competing with Dragon Ball because that's all Dragon Ball is.
I was just about to say, I kind of want to see like the adventures of Goten or something.
I only ever want more Dragon Ball, and they never make more.
They
like,
won't
guys,
make more.
Right now, just
it's like they're the same generation, but they won't do the generation.
So I'm like, make Dragon Ball superheroes into like a thing, so we can watch it.
What's it called? I don't know if you've seen it just in passing or whatever, but the manga goes like way farther than where the show is.
That's why I'm like, where's the anime? Further. But that's the thing, like I've never read a Dragon Ball manga. I don't think I'm gonna start now.
I'm probably not either. I'll go on with
I want to read to see, like, everyone always talks about that iconic panel of when Yamcha? I think it's when Yamcha dies.
Where he's like
he's like,
oh yeah.
I want to read for that, but that's it.
That was Cell, right? When he got the Cybermen hugged him?
I think it was before that.
I
think it was Vegeta.
Nappa. Yeah, Vegeta and that. That was the Cybermen hugged him, I think, and blew up, and then he was just laid out.
So yeah.
Oh man, but yeah.
Does that bring us?
Let me go back to
the end of this week.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, Golden Kamuy was on hiatus, and I only watched the dub for Golden Kamuy, so I was waiting on that. And I will get to Mob Psycho. I have a lot to watch, apparently.
Yeah.
I have a lot to watch.
You don't need to rush to Mob Psycho.
You keep saying that, but I'm gonna get there just so I can understand.
Yeah.
And yeah.
You probably won't end up being as hard on it as I am. I think I was just looking for a lot more.
Like, I mean, coming off of season 2, how else are you supposed to feel?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lower my expectations. I just don't like. I think I watched the first episode and I stopped because it was like there was only one out and nothing happened. So.
And it starts slow like the other seasons too, so it's like you gotta work your way up to it.
Yeah.
But then it is not.
Personal growth.
They tried to make it more big and dramatic than what it really was. Like, it would never be that dramatic if it was the actual situation. No, but I'll let you get to it.
I'll say now, a show that I'm irritated with, Link Click. Link Click
Did you watch the next season?
No, it keeps making shorts and not making a season 2, and it's making me so furious because they're making shorts.
I've seen those aren't actually airing.
No, well, I mean they're on Crunchyroll, but it's not season 2. It's like little like chibi short things.
I saw a clip of maybe it was fake.
Maybe there's a season 2 coming. But I don't know. They're making shorts, and I'm like, stop making shorts and make the actual show because it was a good show. Yeah,
it was a really good show. Link Click season 2, my anime list. Hold on, confirmed for 2023. So it's just been trailers and stuff.
Yeah, probably. But if you go to Crunchyroll, they're coming out with those shorts regularly.
Does that mean it's gonna take even longer to come here because it's gonna need the Japanese dub?
I don't know because it's on Crunchyroll, so they may be simul-dubbing it in Japanese.
Okay.
Because it's on there now. Like, people are aware of it. It's not a secret anymore.
Because I'm like, I swear I saw a real clip, and it was like the red-eyed dude in someone's body, and it was the main dude. He was just...
You dreamed it.
I swear it was on Twitter, like, but I never save these clips when I need to. I never save the clips when I see them.
I ain't seen no trailers yet.
It's crazy.
I can't wait, though.
Yeah. Let me fire.
But yeah, if you don't have anything else...
No, that's it for me.
I say, yeah, I should let you handle your mouse.
Oh, you
Clearly,
good.
I can't.
It's unwieldy.
But guys, if we missed anything, you can email us at siblingrivalryclash@gmail.com. You can tweet at us at srclash_pod. And you should be giving us feedback. We'd hope you to give us some feedback. If you would like to see us do some things differently, you can see with the video we're changing things up here.
Yeah, we got YouTube comment section now. Get in there.
Go watch the shorts if you haven't watched them. What are we on YouTube? I only know our individual YouTubes.
At youtube.com/@srclash.
/@srclash.
I don't know why you have to put
srclash
that,
on
but
YouTube.
YouTube's goofy.
If you search Sibling Rivalry Clash, you'll find us too.
You will
that's
find
how
it, yes.
Apparently, we are in competition with some drag queens.
Are we?
Because Sibling Rivalry
Podcast
is a show on YouTube
okay.
that they have, like, I think 200. I've seen like 250,000 views average on their videos, and I'm like, I think it's like a drag show, but they're called Sibling Rivalry.
That's probably the one that came up when I first searched, and I was like, all right, we can't be Sibling Rivalry. But I didn't look into like what they were actually doing.
But it's cool. They're doing drag. They're doing completely different stuff from us. So
different algorithms. We're hitting different.
So that's not us.
You know
Just so you guys know, that's not us. We're not doing the drag stuff. We're cool with that.
I might show up on an episode in cosplay or something. I might be Urza one day.
Yeah, maybe we should reach out to them. Maybe we can get a collab. I can get some drag going on here. I can get some rouge cheeks and some high hair,
I don't know if I want rouge cheeks. I don't know if I want that for myself.
You would have, I think drag for you would be who's the red guy from 7 Deadly Sins?
Gilgamesh? No, that's not Gilgamesh.
What's his name?
Is that Gilgamesh? No, that's not Gilgamesh.
No, the guy who's in love with the giant girl.
No, I know who you're talking. I can't think of his name.
It's like Bon. I think his name's Bon.
Oh, you're talking about the Giant King?
No, I'm talking about the
Fairy
dude
King?
he wears the open.
He has the pink hair.
No, bro. He's got
about?
7 Deadly Sins.
Oh, Bon, yeah.
Bon.
Yeah.
Right?
That's not who's in love with the giant, though.
Oh, yeah, that's the little boy.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's
just
Meliodas' homie.
You're right.
I know
They're just always standing near each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be your drag.
He's just like a JoJo character.
Chest open. Yeah. White hair.
He's like a slightly less stylish JoJo character. Like an off-brand, like a Walmart.
Slightly less stylish.
He's like a Walmart JoJo character.
Yo, come for him. But yeah, so maybe we'll do a collab there. But don't forget, when you give us feedback, whether it be iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, TuneIn, or CastBox, just rate us. Because that's all we need. Just need your little clicks. Boop, boop, boop. Takes you 3 seconds. Takes no time at all.
Comment below what DPI your mouse is set to. I want to know.
What the hell?
That's the sensitivity.
Yeah, let us know how many inches on your mouse bar. Is it way over on the right side? Or do you got it like grandpa on the left and you got to like get in there? You got to really scroll.
Is that yours?
No!
Oh, I was like, you like a lot of arm motion?
No, mine is relative, like actual relative to your movement.
To get from like the first letter to the second
I got
letter?
I got one of the steering things.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, guys, give us that sweet feedback we need to live.
Yo, I need to dust. Look at this. With the sun hitting it.
I will not be visiting Tiz next week. So.
She said the dust is too much.
I mean,
Dust in my setup is too much.
But yeah, so we'll see y'all. For one thing I wanted to mention, the excavation of Hobbs Barrow, that quirky little point and click game I talked about on Steam. What? No, that's The Longing. The story game I told you about with the really creepy pixel art.
Oh, yeah.
That is coming to Switch. Wanted to notify the pod of that. And then the other thing, I started Scorn. I don't know if I'm going to finish that.
I will send you the recap that I watched.
I will watch it, but I'm just like, it is really interesting to play. Is. So that's why I'm just like, I'm trying to play it, but it's big.
It looks
It's like,
weird.
there's no UI.
Yeah.
It's
no
just...
map.
It's just walk around, stick your gross
remember
hand
the
into things,
fleshy landmarks.
click this thing,
yep.
And then it's like, nope, go back to this other place.
Who knows where that was? And all these same looking fleshy hallways.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
no,
it's
I know.
really hard.
That's why I didn't.
It's really hard.
It's exactly why I didn't play.
But yeah, and then I will also be checking out Hi-Fi Rush.
Yes, please do.
What about you?
I'm gonna be probably trying to finish Hi-Fi Rush for real. And what did I just start on? I feel like I started a PlayStation game, but I'm forgetting now. But yeah, that's probably gonna be the main thing.
What are you gonna watch? Because you're gonna watch something.
Oh, I'm watching Bungo. I'm watching Vinland 2. And
No.
I'm still watching To Your Eternity. I'm gonna try and start Severance.
You're gonna try?
Yeah, I'm gonna try my best. Look, you know how I feel about open shows.
I know.
I got too many open shows right now.
Well, that's 9 episodes. 9 episodes. You get one
Of
a
an
day.
hour each?
Maybe 40 minutes.
So you wasn't even gonna tell me that. You were just gonna make me think it was 30 minutes.
You want a 30-minute ew?
Let me get it. That's why I like 12
I'm not watching Last of Us. Okay. I'm gonna wait till it's done.
That's fine.
Because I don't like this week-to-week shenanigans.
I'll lightly report.
Somebody... Dan said last week was Brokeback Mountain.
Bill Back
like,
Mountain.
what?
It was Bill Back Mountain. You remember Bill? It was Bill Back Mountain.
I saw somebody had a YouTube thumbnail of like the character and then the actor. And I was like, oh, that's who it's supposed to be.
So you know how in the game it's just kind of you run into him, he's all mad and stuff. It's all after everything happened. You go find whatever in the house.
Yeah.
But this is their actual life. In the past.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I remember Bill, but I don't remember this.
It's a flashback.
Okay.
Yeah. But in the game, he kind of just, this happened, and now I'm sad. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like,
So Ron Swanson is Bill. Interesting.
I didn't
Very
know who
hilarious.
that guy was. But
I know Parks. You haven't watched Parks and Rec.
okay, he's from there.
He was from Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
as soon as I saw him, I was like, that's Bill. He just had the
What?
He had the look. He had the beard.
When I saw, I was like, "That's Ron Swanson in the woods." I'm like, I can't not see him as Ron Swanson.
Woods. And I promise you, I haven't played Last of Us 1 in 7 years, probably. Like, I promise you. And I was like, that's Bill. I just don't even know how I knew. I was like, that's got to be Bill. But yeah.
Yeah, that's what we'll be doing. All right, y'all. We're signing off. We'll see you next week.
Peace.
Bye.